in a nice kind of conversation.
Yeah. I haven't seen you in a long time.
I'm Eric.
I'm going to mic you up, may I?
Another Eric.
If you don't mind.
There you go.
Okay,
Okay,
awesome.
am I on?
We're up to 3, I think.
Test, test.
I think we're up to 3.
Oh, yeah.
And Brad's our TV star now. Last time I saw Brad, he was not a movie star.
Isn't that amazing? He's in costume today. He's going places.
I'll be surprised Home and Garden's gonna pick him up. We're gonna use him. Okay. Oh,
We'll put him in his pearls.
Right after Property Brothers.
all right.
Ooh, fun, fun. All right, shall we start?
Yes.
1, 2, test, 1, 2. I always wanted to be a rock star so I could say that. Test, test, 1, 2.
You are a rock star, Kathy.
I'm not, but thank you. Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you everyone for coming, making the time to be here with me this morning. As you know, we're talking about farming, real estate farming, because things have changed a little bit and things have stayed the same a little bit. Tell me what you think real estate farming is. Anybody?
Trying to get more people in your pipeline, like I guess planting the seeds out there to get more business to grow towards you.
Oh, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely, yeah. What else?
I think it's kind of working in a cold, like an area that maybe you don't know people or it's colder.
Yeah.
And you're trying to create some,
There
create
you
some
go.
business in that area.
Sure, an area. Okay. What else could it be?
A geographic or a demographic.
Ooh, what's the difference?
Geographic being an area, and then the demographics being millennials. Maybe you want to target some millennials or over 50. Possibly.
Are you crazy? No,
Right, a population of some sort. Okay.
Yeah.
So real estate agents have been farming for decades and decades. What's changed, say, in the past 10 years?
Technology.
Technology, absolutely. Yeah, that's, I think, in a helpful way, right? And what has not changed?
People are still buying and selling homes.
People are still buying and selling, yes. And you still need to have a personal touch. You have to make touches to these people. If you're going to just explode the market with postcards, not very effective from a time standpoint or a money standpoint. All right, so let's look at farming. So Century 21 just last year rolled out 5 new modules. A 6th is coming this year. FSBO's expired social media, open houses farming, and internet leads is coming out later this year. Hi, good morning. Hi, have a seat, have a seat. Here. And we call this whole system next generation networking. The reason we do that is instead of just going out randomly, making calls and trying to get business, we want you to start to focus on your sphere of influence, being in the middle, central focal point of your marketing. So as we're talking about farming today, I want you to start thinking about the people you know, your past clients, your sphere, and how they might help your farming. What is your sphere of influence?
People that know you, like you, love you, and trust you.
Thank you, John. Yes, and they know you're in business, and they want to see you succeed. Okay, Brad, can you read this? And it's words from the wise. This is a real estate agent who made this statement about farming and marketing.
It's important to pick the things that feel right to you when it comes to marketing. I strongly suggest not doing all things. Everything will be diluted if you do. Pick a few things, find your forte, and become wildly successful?
Wildly! Not mediocrely, but wildly successful. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because do you ever look at all the different ways you could potentially market? When I was an agent, I had a binder like this, full of marketing ideas. If I did every single one of those, would they be effective?
Feels like chasing rabbits.
Yes, yes, and you can't measure the effectiveness. Okay, so we're talking about next generation farming. Gene had two great words, demographic and geographic. And we talked about geographic being a specific area, a neighborhood, or maybe, I don't know, a lake or something, where there are homes that you want to sell. Do you have a geographic area that you've been looking at?
Not really.
No?
No.
Does
Like
anybody?
a listing on Vermont, or I'll make sure I get licensed up there.
Okay. You have a soft spot for Vermont. Anybody
Any
looking at
geographic
it?
areas where we want to get better at?
Okay. How many?
Maybe 3.
3. Perfect. Good, good, good. Yeah, you don't want to have too many farms. Anybody else? Geographic area, certain neighborhood, maybe your neighborhood where you live?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you don't have a farm, that'd be a great place to start. Now, we also talked about demographics. So you could have a lifestyle farm. Give me an example of a lifestyle farm.
Golfers?
Golfers, yes.
That's a great example.
Especially for Eric. Especially for Eric. And also life stage. What are some life stages that you could work on?
Maybe downsizers?
Downsizers, first timers, yeah.
AARP candidates.
Candidates.
Raising my hand.
Boy, when those letters start coming in the mail, it just hits you. All right. And similar to lifestyle might be common interests. Do you have something that you do, a sport or a hobby, that you think you might be able to create a population of prospects from?
Can you use like a religious group or
Yeah,
you
you
know,
could-
an
you could
ethnic group that you're part of?
consider your-
Those are the two that kind of
Yeah.
try and branch out. in.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. If you have connections to those types of groups, there's your farm. Demographic. When I was an RE/MAX agent for 13 years. When I was buying and selling and listing and selling, I was always very active at the gym. And I would go to the Y, and eventually I started seeing the same people every morning, and they started asking me about real estate, and just this little farm just automatically grew. It was great. Eventually I learned how to work it a little better. Okay. Anyone else want to share thoughts about farms that they're thinking about? Okay, all right. Let's look. So there's a little handout here for you. These are 6 pages from the workbook. I have sent that to Eric, and I'll send it again. I didn't want to print the whole thing out, but this first pivotal page, I want you to take 5 minutes now and write down some potential farms that you've been thinking about working, whether they're geographic, demographic. Commercial break.
Awesome if you stood like right where that line is. Because
Okay.
You need to put the tape on the ground.
Yes.
The mark.
Please stand here. All right.
Spot.
They heard you. They heard you. Change this a little bit. Okay.
how are you?
Good, how are you?
How are you doing?
Okay.
Good. Good. That's better. Okay is better than before, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a couple ideas? Need another minute? Oh,
This would be like, if you have certain neighborhood. Yeah.
there we go. Okay.
What does your life stage refer to?
I think if you're in retirement or
Oh,
like just downsizing or.
I'm
first
turning
time.
40 tomorrow, so this would be like,
Midlifer, but
need reading glasses.
yeah, there you go. You're hanging out at the ophthalmologist.
Oh, good, I didn't know that. That's good.
But Eric, you're in a certain life phase. You have a 3-year-old.
Yes, yep. Parent.
Midlife.
Parents?
Midlife. Yeah, I'm in the midlife crisis stage.
Yeah,
Go buy a car.
You need to
but
convert
that our kids could be our calling cards. And as your daughter is going through her phases, you're going to find that you're being introduced to new people, right? Oh, she's in dance class. Oh, she's on a soccer team.
Kids are like the
No.
best advertisers.
Yes.
Because they don't
Yeah.
stop. They'll just run in and tell everybody what their parents do, you know.
Yeah, my dad
Don't
sold the
wonder
house.
that.
I told my
It's
kid I give him
great.
money, he gets me some business.
They're like, I don't know what my dad
I'll give
does.
him a gift.
200. Who was someone in the office pays their kid $200 if they get them? I think it's Melissa. $200 every closing that their kid originates.
Absolutely.
Wow.
She's getting a good deal.
Yeah, wow.
That's a good.
People,
I'm gonna report her
on
to the
Facebook
end.
Live is saying happy birthday, Eric.
Oh, and thanks everybody.
Oh, it's your birthday? Happy
Eric probably looks the
birthday!
same as you did when you were
Oh, I wish I had known. I wish I had known. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Happy birthday. All right. Want to talk about, before we start actually talking about how to farm, we always go to mindset. And as Jean and I were talking about earlier, where's our biggest obstacle every day? Right here. Right here. If you go around saying, well, I can't build that farm because there's another agent there. I can't build that farm because I don't know those people and they're not going to like me, right? I can't build that farm because it's all in here. So, attitudes of a successful farmer. Number 1, it's slow, but it gets steady. You have to realize farming is long-term marketing. 6 months minimum, typically, to start seeing results. Okay? Number 2, other sources will speed up my success. This is where your sphere of influence comes in. You could send letters all day to that neighborhood, but if you stop and think, who do I know that maybe lives there? Who do I know that knows someone that might live there? And start calling. When you're making your calls, say, hey, I'm really working on getting a listing in this neighborhood. Do you know anyone who lives there who I could talk to? Would that be a hard thing to do?
No.
Good, okay. And again, similar to that, all roads lead to my sphere. So keep your sphere of influence in mind as you're farming. And eventually, those clients are going to become your sphere, right? Right? Once you get them and you sell to them and you start reaching out to them, they become a part of your business, a part of your life. So here's an example. You discover a FSBO. You're driving through where you want your farm to be. There's a FSBO there. First instinct might be, oh, I got to stop. I want to convert that. But what else could you do once you have reached out to that FSBO if it's in your farm? How can you use that FSBO, which isn't your listing yet, to start to create your farm?
Potential buyers? Or call the neighborhood saying, hey, this home just came on the market.
Yeah.
Would you like to choose your new neighbor?
Of course, absolutely. Yeah. Has anyone gone to a FSBO and offered to do a one-day listing with an open house? Yeah, yeah. If you need listings, absolutely. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, I'm available Sunday. I'd love to do a one-day listing for you, do an open house for you. If nothing comes of it, we'll part ways.
It's a
Right?
great idea.
No cost to them. And then what do? You have the open house, but
You're gonna generate some leads.
you're going to generate
Yeah.
leads. You're going to announce to that whole neighborhood, hey, we're having an open house here, right? This is going to open the door. It's going to open the door.
And who knows, maybe they'll like what you did at the open house and
Yes.
hire you.
Of course they will. Because you're Century 21 pros with Century 21 Metro West. How could they not like what you've done? Okay. Let's talk about picking the right
It
farm.
is good.
Yes?
Could have used
Good.
it months ago.
I'm sorry. This is remarkable. Here's Brad, top producing agent. And here you are. Oh, you got a new idea. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Picking the right farm. There are 4 factors, and you can see them up there. Access. It's on your next page in your little handout there. Access. What do you think that means?
Introducing yourself. You know, so maybe knocking on the door, telling people what you do, asking if you can follow up and send them information as it becomes available. Just
Sure.
keep in touch. You know, Buffini
Sure.
talks about, 33 contacts a year, so just.
Buffini's awesome.
We put you on our email contact list or send you a postcard.
Right, right. Something else to consider is how close is that farm? If you're thinking about a farm that's in Wellesley, yeah, you gotta think about the time, right? How easy is it for you to get there? What about a demographic farm? Okay, I want to start a farm with all the professional athletes in Boston on the Boston sports teams. That's my farm.
Good luck.
Do you have access to those people?
No.
So, I know, but wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
You could write off games and be like, I'm going to this game.
Wouldn't that be great? Yeah. So if you don't have access and you don't have anyone in your sphere who could help you, maybe that's not a farm that you want to go after right now. Or just plan that it's going to take probably a few years to get that going. Make sense? Okay, all right. Number 2, costs. 2 types of costs. What do you think they are?
Marketing and
Time.
Money and time. So the question is, which do you have more of? Often, oh, I have time, but I have no money. Or I have money, but I'm so busy, I don't have any time. Sometimes we have time and money. Sometimes we have no time and no money. So you have to think about, okay, what is the cost going to be? There's going to be marketing costs, but there is going to be time costs. And how much time do you have to add a farm to your business? Okay? 3, potential. Potential is how much income could you possibly generate from that farm? Okay, yeah, there's this neighborhood of $2 million homes, but only 1 sells per year. Maybe that's all you need. That's going to be a high time cost with a high
Is there an ideal for
high
for
potential.
potential?
We're going to talk about
You're
that.
not going to do like a three house cul-de-sac.
Right, exactly. Yep, we're going to talk about that. Hold that thought. Last thing, last factor is competition. What does that mean?
How many other people are farming in that farm?
Yeah. Can you think of a farm that you've considered where there is an agent that dominates right now?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Couple
Okay.
agents, yeah.
Think you
Oh,
can
yeah.
compete with them?
sure.
All right, good. That's what I like to hear. Got the right attitude, the right messages going through your brain. Awesome. There is always the
They
possibility.
compete with us.
Yeah! Boom!
All right, meeting over. That's it.
Boom, boom, boom. Go, Brad. Here we go. All right. Going back to costs. You either have to buy the farm or you have to work it. And here are some examples of buying. Sending out flyers, postcards, just listed, just sold, giveaways, maybe sponsoring an event if it's that type of a neighborhood where you think you could sponsor an event, or if it's a community like your church, you could easily sponsor an event. Targeted advertising on social media or buying Google ads, that type of thing. Those are your money costs. Working the farm, door knocking, open houses, again, community events. Moderating a community website. I love this idea. Or creating a special blog or a Facebook page for that community. So the farms that I had you write down, do any of them lend themselves to having a website or a Facebook page? And do you think you're interested and able in creating that and keeping it up, maintaining? Things to think about. Because that is going to get you Google juice. If people hear about this neighborhood and they're looking, or if they're a certain type of person who is looking for a real estate agent that specializes in first-time buyers, for example, you could create a first-time buyer Facebook page, first-time buyer website. Making sense?
Are there any of these things that are more effective than others? Right? These are not all equal. Or do you have to do them all?
I would say do the ones that you get excited about. Because if it starts to
I
be
get excited about the ones that work.
drudgery, then they're all going to work for you, Brad.
But they're not all equal.
No, but look at, okay, the ones that are face-to-face are going to be most effective.
So open houses, door knocking.
I think
Yes.
it also depends
Yes.
what clientele you're looking for, because those are the ways that you reach out to these people. You know, younger
Exactly.
people tend to use social media.
Exactly.
If you want the church crowd, you might be going for, I mean, church crowd can be varied, but, you know.
Yeah.
If you're looking for, people who are downsizing, they might not be looking at social media.
Exactly.
Right.
My first home buyers would be.
What are you trying to say?
Know your population. What are you trying to say?
I'm on the face place.
My face is there.
I love it. Okay, next page. This is really the meat of the program. This I had never seen in any other farming program, so I hope you will take it to heart. Looking at the numbers and helping you decide, is this going to be a viable farm? Do we have potential to make money here? Okay. So in this example, we have 3 farms. First one has 150 homes, second 200, third 250. Now, statistically, we know that, and that's on average, if you have a population, whether it's 10 homes, 100 homes, 1,000 homes, on average, 10% of those homes are going to sell in a year. So farm 1 is going to give us maybe 15, farm 2, 200, farm 3, maybe 250. But on closer examination, we're going to see what's happening. You can see the estimated marketing costs for each farm, between $2,100 and $3,500. Okay. Average sale price, $300,000 to $400,000. Average commission, and that's, you need to calculate that based on what you earn. This particular example shows a 3% commission, so $9,000 to $12,000 potential gross. Okay. Total homes sold in the farm in the last 12 months. This is very important, and if you're able to log into MLS PIN, I might ask you to do that in a couple minutes. Okay? Right now we have 15, 16, and 12 in these farms. So you can calculate the turnover rate, number of homes in the farm, number that have sold in a year, and you get 10%, 8%, and 5%.
So low turnover areas.
Yeah.
You might not want to
Right.
spend time on.
Right. Rule of thumb has been to aim for a farm that has 10% turnover.
Okay.
Aim for a farm that has 10% turnover. But it's your business decision, and we'll keep looking at this.
The
So,
other thing too is if you have a price range that's, if there's been a lot of expireds in a certain price range, like, I know the higher price ranges have seemed to be having trouble selling at this time.
yeah,
Anything under 400 is going fast. So
See?
we want to targeting the lower price ranges, you know,
yes,
and they're selling fast.
and
There's
again,
turnover there, you're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
that comes,
If you're focusing on a $1 million plus neighborhood, the turnover's
Right, and those are tough
Right.
to sell. The
Right.
$1 million listings seem to be
and they're
sitting-
expensive to sell.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of it's President Trump's tax plan because they lost a lot of the
It was
tax incentives.
It was dying before that.
All right, we
It
won't
was
go down
it
that
was-
road, right?
yeah, right, let's not get political.
No,
You're right, though. You're right. There's
No.
less interest
But,
to write off.
and of course, we know this, there are
Yeah.
fewer people who can afford
it's more
a $1 million home than a $300,000 home.
Yeah, I think a lot of people aren't looking for $1 million homes
Exactly.
anymore. They want like the inside to be really nice. They
Right.
don't need the,
Yes,
Right.
all the bells and whistles.
You
right.
don't need a trophy house.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Income potential. So if you multiply the number of homes sold by your average commission, that's going to give you your gross income potential. So farm 1, 135, farm 2, 168, farm 3, 144. Are any of those unattractive?
Nope.
No.
And this is just from the farm, right? This doesn't count all the other stuff you're doing.
Right, you should have
Steer.
other business.
Right. This isn't your only business, right?
I hope not. This is one potential source, but it can be a very strong source if you work it correctly. Okay, next, you want to look at average days on the market because this is going to tell you how hard you have to work for each sale. How hard? 43 days versus 61. For those of you who've been in real estate for a few years, you might remember when it took 6 months for a house to sell. If you're new to real estate and you've had the wonderful experience of homes, your listing selling in a month, that's a different thing.
People are panicking if it takes a month to sell their house now.
Yes, yes.
wrong?
And it's so hard to plan.
Why don't we have an
But
offer?
yes, and the longer it's the time on the market, of course, more expense in your marketing and more time that you have to nurture that client. Number of current listings. So when you're looking at a market, see how many are currently on the market at a farm, see how many are currently on the market already. Because you want to look at the monthly rate of home sales. Farm 1, 0.8 homes are selling per month because there are 15 that sold in the past 12 months. Farm 2, 0.75 homes sold in the past 12 months. Farm 3, average of 1 per month. Now that's a little more appealing. But again, the income potential is not as high as Farm 2. And then look at the month supply based on how many homes are on the market in that farm. Want you to keep in mind the reason we're looking at these numbers is because as you're talking to people in the farm, people are going to ask you this. And if you have these numbers at the top of your head, you're going to look like the professional that you are. Oh, how many homes are selling in my neighborhood per year anyway? 2. I don't know. Let me see. The chart said 15. All right. So 3 examples. Who would pick Farm 1? There's no wrong answer. Who would pick Farm 2? Okay. Who would pick Farm 3?
No one else is farming.
Who's not sure yet? Okay. Good.
I like the low inventory in farm too.
Good.
That's,
Yeah.
Like it's cost effective.
Yeah. Exactly.
And more homes are selling.
Yeah, and it's still an 8% turnover rate, so you're going to have a good number of sales there and a nice income potential. So, yeah, that's a good answer. All right, you ready?
The market is lower too. Which, I went through that stress with the seller recently, you know, every day that ticked on that clock.
Yes,
What's going on?
right. Why hasn't it sold? We're ready to move.
Catherine, this is a geographic thing. This is just for geographic, right?
Well,
This is not like your church club or your, because you don't know.
right. It would be hard to get all that information on a demographic farm, a group. But you could if you knew where they all lived and then start looking at their neighborhood. If it's a church group, they're in the area, right? So you could start to look, well, I wonder where so-and-so lives and so-and-so lives. A little more research. Yeah, but still.
That's a little harder, depending on the size of your church group or.
Yes, yes.
The
Yeah.
geographic one's easy to do, right?
Absolutely,
Just use
yes.
MLS.
Yeah, yep, yep. Okay, what size is just right? Word from the wise. This agent said, I think a mistake that a lot of agents make when they first begin is having a farm that's too big. I suggest smaller increments. My first farm was 150 homes, 150 people, and I did not expand that number until I knew every single person in that farm. 150 people.
Wow.
Motivated to go out and meet every single one. When I accomplished that, I added another 100 to 200 homes to my farm. I now have about 1,200 in my farm. Can you imagine? 1,200 people, and they know, everyone in that farm knows this agent.
It's like a town. It's like having a town.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. This is your tribe. That would have been way too big of a task for me to start with in the beginning. Does that make sense? Because
So is
yeah.
that the ideal, 150 to 200 around there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's if you're not farming them yet, definitely. Start small. Start small and then add and expand. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, because if you start farming 1,200 homes, think of the cost. Wow.
I just did postcard farming.
Okay.
Around a listing I had.
Oh,
I've never
good.
done it before.
Okay.
The number was about 150, but it wasn't,
Beautiful.
it wasn't intentional. It was more budget driven.
Okay.
Numbers is good. There you go.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do 150 postcards.
Yeah, I did it around like a circle.
Sure.
And, did it 3 times.
Any calls?
listed.
Any response?
When it was under agreement and then when it was sold.
Okay.
After it was sold. I did get one, I just got one, and it was,
Ooh,
the last postcard was 2 or 3 months ago.
great.
So I just
Great.
did get a call, I got an appointment on Monday.
Congratulations.
So they must have saved
Yes.
the postcard.
Yes.
Congrats.
Yeah. If they're thinking of moving,
But I was doing
They
it
will
thinking
start
like,
to
oh,
save
this is
those.
I did the waves, I'm like, oh, this is a waste of time, I'm not getting anything.
see? And you don't know. And that's part of the problem with doing mailings.
But I shouldn't stop, right? I mean, I've done 3.
No, don't stop.
I've stopped because I did 3
Don't
waves.
stop.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
And
Now,
we had success, we were able to get the numbers for those 150, and I would call into them. I would give their houses a call, that you may have received my cards over the past couple of months.
Yeah.
Of the home I just sold in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then you kick it off from there.
is it a neighborhood that you could door knock?
Yeah, in theory, yeah. in theory.
Okay.
In theory.
Well, it's, we're not all comfortable with door knocking, and it's time
People don't like
consuming.
to open the door for me.
All right. You need to take a dog, a child, a friend.
With my previous company,
Yeah.
Bring my
I
dog.
took about 500 homes, and I was just doing door hangers.
Okay.
Which are much less expensive
Yeah.
than the mailing.
Okay.
So twice a month, I was going around to the same 500.
Wow. On foot, by foot?
With candy?
Oh, by foot.
Any candy or anything?
No,
Oh,
just-
what was the return on that? Did you get clients?
I know.
you
How
get
did that
clients,
work?
But you get people complaining saying, please don't put door hangers.
Okay.
Famous
Yeah.
influencers, it's all the same.
And you might want to look
You
at
can stay 200 feet
permitting.
away from the neighborhood.
You know, it helps if you have a permit from the town.
Well, I do have a permit from the town.
But, okay, good, smart. But yeah, again, though, look at your budget. If you don't have a lot of money to do mailings, and you find yourself, well, it's January, I have a lot of time, and if there's no blizzard, I may as well go knock on some doors and say, hey, did you know this house just sold in your neighborhood? How about a small market report? Here's what has sold in the past year or two. Are you thinking of selling? Do you know any other neighbors who are thinking of getting on the market this spring? Would you have them give me a call? Can I call them? Right? Most of the time, people may be, well, we're New Englanders. we're a tough crowd. But most of the time, they'll at least be pleasant.
One thing that would be effective, I actually just set up myself through my Zap for a market update for my neighborhood. So once a week, it will send me an email of any activity in my neighborhood.
Great.
So that's a cool thing you can do
What?
through Zap.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get all the most recent sold.
I don't understand how you did that.
I need to go to some
You
more
just
tech
put in,
meetings.
I can show you, it's in Zap, and you just select one of the options for a marketing campaign to whoever you choose, and one of them is the market update in your neighborhood. So what you could transition to is, would you like me to keep you in the loop of the activity going on in your neighborhood? And that would be an
Right.
invitation for them to give you their email.
Yes.
You provide value, then
Eric.
they're in your sphere of influence.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I
Nice.
get these emails
Brilliant.
from Redfin and Zillow. Like, you know what, this is what happened, you know.
Yeah, the market reports.
The market
yeah.
reports.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
People love those too.
They do?
But
Love
it's
knowing what's
those
going
are
on.
fun. Like, those emails I open.
the
Yeah.
great.
Know what's going on?
In your neighborhood, so you have
Those
the
are the ones I
ability to
read.
provide those reports, and they
Yeah.
come across, they look great.
So what's the advantage of using Zap over Zillow?
Zap is in our system.
And
It's our brand.
what else is on Zillow?
A bunch of hogwash.
Competitors.
Yes.
Lots of competitors.
A bunch of hogwash, right? Everybody else who's in the business. So yeah, exactly. To Eric's point, if you get their emails, put them in Zap, set up that campaign, write it down. Zap market reports.
That is actually so true though.
Smart. John's blowing up over there.
Mind blown. That's what Brad says, mind blown.
Okay.
We're all that meme right
The meat,
now.
Something else to consider. We were talking about number of homes and turnover, that type of thing. Most of you probably know that if you're looking at inventory and there's less than 6 months supply, it's a seller's market, right? And we're still in that, right? Yes. If there's approximately 6 months worth of inventory on the market, it's a balanced market. Haven't seen that, I don't know, 20 years. If there's more than 6 months supply, then it's a buyer's market.
I run this every time for people
That's
when I meet
awesome.
with them.
Yeah.
It just really, it opens their eyes big time.
Okay.
And it also helps us price, so if
Yes.
there's no inventory, you can give it a little more gas on the price.
Sure. Yeah.
Are you saying less than 6 months mean that the properties that were on lasted less than 6 months, like sold within?
Under 6 months, it's flat, yeah,
It's
they're moving
selling.
fast.
Okay.
The absorption rate.
Okay.
Like how many are selling
Yeah.
in a year? And yeah, if there's less than 6 months worth of inventory, that like every house is going to
That's like
sell within 6
Shrewsbury every
months.
spring.
It's a seller.
Shrewsbury, I just
Yeah.
ran for Shrewsbury, it was
Right.
like
Seller's
a
market.
couple price ranges, it was under 1 month supply.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm
Yep.
thinking like that 500.
Shrewsbury's
Ridiculous.
still hot. Shrewsbury's still hot. Right, and if it's a buyer's market, yeah, you want to prepare your sellers for that. Okay. So, next page. I had you write down earlier some potential farms that you were thinking of working. whether you have 1 or 2 or 3, I want you to put them at the top of your next page, farm A, B, and C.
And narrow my farms down.
Yeah.
Too big.
You're a
there's
farmer.
There's too many in it.
Gonna need a John Deere. And if you're able to easily access MLS PIN, I would say fire them up. Let's go through, let's look at farms.
Oh, this one I can't go.
So my farms are pretty broad,
Okay,
but I think I can use some of the individual farms to make it like one more targeted farm.
okay.
For example, like I have
Kinda
like
zoom
focus
in.
on the boroughs. That's too
Right.
big.
Right.
But I could do
right.
like 55 plus in the boroughs.
Sure.
Or owned a house over 10 years. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And you can use the public records data to look
Right.
that up, right?
Yeah, there's something in MLS that does it too. There's one of those add-on tools they have in MLS.
Oh, is there? Okay,
Yeah.
so I haven't seen that lately. All right, so what I want you to do is take a few minutes, let's just pick one farm. I don't want you to sit here going through all 3, but let's try to at least get this started for you. So log into MLS PIN, and yes, ideally a geographic farm. But if you know that if you're looking at a demographic farm and you know that people tend to live in an area around the gym or the golf course or what have you, then you can work that. Eric's friends.
So now are we going under just like a search?
Yeah, yep. So I want you to start to do a search and figure out first of all, how many homes are going to be in Farm A. Figure out what Farm A is.
I don't.
The total number of homes sold, or no,
Just
how
the
many?
number of homes,
That exists, not listed.
not listings. Nope, total number of homes.
So how would we
Approximately.
find that on MLS?
I'm going to public records and
Just go-
typing in like, but
Just
mine's
type
like
in
a
the street?
develop, that's, yeah, but mine are like developments. that I-
Yeah, yeah.
So you just type in a street.
So you could type in a street. Does MLS have a map, like a drawing
Yep,
tool
you
with a
can draw,
map?
yeah.
So let's do
You do
that.
radius.
Yeah, so do that.
I can't get the age thing. I don't easily out of MLS. It's a paid service.
Right, okay, okay.
Hey, Jim Gattos
Maybe I'll just-
and Rosanna Sampson.
Are they on remotely?
Yeah.
Hi, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Jeannie.
And Lisa's on too.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa P?
Nice to see you.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Livingston.
Hi,
Andy's
Karen.
on, Josh was on, John Naughton's here. Hey,
Holy
John.
cow. Had no idea, they're so quiet.
To clean up our language.
We gotta stop talking about these
Lisa
guys.
typed in, "What about me?" Everyone show Lisa some love.
We did.
Lisa P in the house.
Lisa P is in the house.
Lisa P says, "What about me?"
She doesn't like these crack of dawn meetings.
Yeah.
10 a.m. is hard to make.
Crack of noon.
Lisa says you need to be careful with what you say.
Now, did we just bring them in, or have they been on the whole
Yeah,
time?
people have been coming in. And
Okay,
How much have they heard?
I know. When we were talking about Karen. No. So see if you can at least
We have a
just
question over here.
get, we do.
So you find the total universe of homes available in your farm, right? So in my farm,
Yeah.
it's in Auburn, the 01501 zip code.
Okay.
So how do I find that
That's
whole universe?
huge. So,
Not that big, I don't think.
so
Is that what I'm looking
I mean,
for?
that's like thousands of.
yes.
So I should refine it a little
But-
bit more, like single family?
Yeah, so I would say go into public records.
Okay, great,
Go by, enter the zip code,
all right.
and then you can use the other
that's
fields
all in
to start drilling down
Yeah,
and
there's,
minimizing.
The far right is tools
Yes,
up there, and there's all kinds of cool things to do in there.
excellent.
There's one that says area market reviews. That might be the one.
Thank you.
So
I'm
my,
not sure.
my farm is 270.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That's not
Perfect.
bad at all.
Okay.
That's not bad at all. Where did I used to get public records? I miss not having the
Those are ones
MLS.
that sold, right?
There's a public records one.
Those aren't your, are
Okay.
those ones that sold?
Public
That's not your
records.
farm?
Yeah.
No, so I
That's
was
what I would
looking at-
do.
you know in
Put in your
Ashland,
zip
there's this
code.
Stafford,
Let me
like
get my
America's
glasses.
Village of the Americas, where there's like all these townhomes that sell in there. So I just put the street address in, and it just gave me everything that's on that street. And
You're
I
gonna
know
work
that
it,
it's
yeah.
I know it's a complex, so everything that's on America's Boulevard is in that complex.
Lisa typed in and said you just need an address.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
Just an address.
Yeah, like condo complex is a good target.
yeah, that's, yeah,
a
and
lot of
I've done two in this complex, so I feel like I
Definitely.
can leverage it into something.
And then, yeah, tools,
No farming on my farm, Brad.
public,
Not yours, but you just
Public
made me think of it.
Right.
yes.
Made me think of one.
She's like, what's
And
that?
then you can use that property type field, so single family, condo, multifamily. So I would start, are you looking in one particular town?
I can help her with
or
this, that's
something else?
fine.
Okay, okay, great. So what do you got?
So if I want to do a farm, say, next to my house,
Yeah.
is there a radius in which that you can do it?
I don't think there's a radius.
All right, so how would I find a farm? I guess is the question.
Let me see. All right, so
Yeah, there you go.
all right, so in
What's the name of your?
So I go
try the map search and look for your street.
Yep. Yep. You say Vance, maybe.
There you go.
Thank you. So this is something I need to know.
Okay.
Right.
Good.
So now,
Yep. Load that.
this one is. So
Okay. Or you can just pan on the map. Yep, move it over and go try to find your street.
Computer for years.
Dorothy Pond.
My son put it there.
Rochdale.
It's like, you know,
That's the town of Rochdale.
Is that near Rochdale? Okay. So, and you know you can zoom in.
Yep.
Running the entire state.
oh, computer.
So sweet.
It was. Yeah, that ship
I
has
want to
sailed.
learn this today.
Of course.
So,
It's
Okay.
13 now.
Charlie Square.
I was gonna say, she couldn't hang on to it forever.
I've never really.
Now I'm lucky if he watches episodes
Oh,
of
here we
The
go.
Office with me, because that's what he's watching on Netflix.
Oh, The Office is awesome.
I'm glad he likes it rather
Yeah.
than, because it's funny. He says,
All right, so I'll find it.
It's just that
So then
dry,
I would draw a
sarcastic
radius.
humor.
Probably. All right, I'll figure this up just.
Okay. Well, and I think what's going to happen is if you draw, it's only going to show houses that are on the market. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
All right.
But this, so it takes a little bit of work. You know, if this is your neighborhood, these are all the street names.
Yep.
Then go back to the public search
Okay.
and start typing in. You can just type in a list of the street names, you know, with a comma in between them.
Okay.
And that will eventually bring up a whole list for you. I don't know, I can't think of an easier way.
So what are we doing? We're going through the public search? We're not doing the regular MLS search.
Right, because that's just going to show you,
Solds in on market.
right.
I went with the public
Right.
records on MLS.
Yeah, so public records. So what are you trying to accomplish, to pull up?
I'm trying to get Southborough between this value.
Okay, oh, awesome,
But
great.
I'm on this, and this is just giving me
No.
solds.
So go to
and it's 14.
tools. Yeah, go to tools.
Type in Worcester.
Miller, we see that you're.
Catherine, did you share this,
Public records.
Catherine, did you share this with me?
I've shared the whole workbook with you.
Okay.
So you want to enter the zip code of Southborough.
It's got multiple zips.
So put both of them in. Or
You
you
can
could
put
just
both?
type in the town, Southborough.
Yeah.
I think that would bring up the whole town. Hi, Marlene. Okay, and then property type.
Yes.
Can you do multiples? No.
Yeah, I think so.
What? No, it doesn't look like it. I want-
Control, isn't it control?
I'm just looking at your screen and then Eric's screen.
Yeah.
Everyone on
It's
your
either
sheet?
shift click or control click, but not both. Okay, all right, just one type. I'm surprised. Okay.
It's all right, there's
and
not
then-
a lot of condos. It's fine.
Okay, then use the advanced criteria to do, what's the name of the field where it gives you the assessed value? Yes, up there, assessed value. And then enter your criteria.
Is this, can I put a range in here, or is
Yeah.
it?
I'm pretty sure, yep.
See what
Yeah, see what happens. What is that, 600K?
Oh, yeah, here's the examples
Okay,
of what you can do.
perfect.
Greater than, equal to.
Yeah.
So I'll do less than 850.
There you
It's
go.
not gonna be any, it's not gonna be
Yeah,
anything
you're not
else.
gonna get any $200,000 homes.
No.
Catherine, would you send it to me again? I don't see it. And I would like to send it to the people that are
Oh, sure,
with us
Yeah.
online.
okay, absolutely.
Thank you.
While you're working on those,
I like this absentee owner one now. Absentee owner.
absentee owner, yes, the public search is so rich in data.
As absentee owner.
Yeah.
Take that out.
That's a good one if you're looking at multifamilies.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I've never got that advanced criteria one. Thanks, Steve.
Good, yay.
Crap, so I
Yeah,
got
sure.
2,500.
I have my computer too.
2,500.
There might be more of the
Yes.
Okay, wow,
Yeah.
Too big.
yes.
Get a little work session going. Let me pull right in the middle here.
All right, so I need to limit this more, I guess, right?
Right, so what do you think? What are some ways that would be appealing to you to hone that down? Maybe put in a range, right? What, if you sort by assessed value?
There are some lower value ones on here, some zeros, 90, but it might be like piece. Oh, it's a resident, 92.
Yes.
That doesn't even make sense. But
How about,
there's some lower ones. I mean, I can knock it down a little bit.
yeah, you could also say last sale date before 2015 or what have you.
So like an older.
Yeah, someone that hasn't just moved in.
So I got the list of my houses in my neighborhood.
Oh, good.
So what next? I
Okay.
just click on one of them.
With no number?
No, how many are there?
But
Oh,
I was
it's
doing a
bunch, you
condo
see?
complex, like they're all townhouses, so that
Okay.
kept it simple. But
Go
now
up to the top.
I'm looking in Shrewsbury, so I put that in, and then on the advanced criteria, it's right below everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can select, so
right.
then,
Here we
so
go.
I'm gonna do a last sale date,
173.
like, number.
Nice. That's a nice size. Okay.
Okay.
So what you want to do next is
you do
download the
that
list so you can start
And
mailing
I've
to
never
them.
used an
Okay.
app.
So you click on that box next to search results.
Click on this.
And what town do we want to do?
Okay. And we're going to say download. And it will
What is the
download a
shorthand for
spreadsheet
before
for you.
2016.
Is this on a certain zip code with an operator?
Okay.
Okay. And there it is. So click there.
This one?
Yes, that's the before.
I forgot what I
It'll
wrote.
open. Here it comes. Okay.
Wow. So I got 123 with absentee owners.
Awesome.
Let's find out the number.
Awesome.
We'll see.
Nice.
Okay.
You don't actually have to meet the people. Okay, so here's your list. And
I don't want absentee owners though.
first thing I would do is, I'm not familiar with this program, but do you know how to save it? You know, save it to your hard drive.
Yes, if you only want
Let's see.
John Bartolini.
I saw
300,
save,
I would
save.
say select the streets you want.
Okay.
You know, go
It
up
should
and
be down there.
Right, how do
Save.
we save that? Is
Wait,
there,
Let me get.
oh,
You just put in street and without.
No, I don't see save.
okay.
Oh, we could.
Is there a right click,
It's a lot of realty
a
trust.
right mouse? Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this.
Yep. Did you have a street you want to go after?
We'll ask Eric. I don't know.
Add John.
Hi, Claudia.
I'm gonna
Or
add
John. Okay, hey, John.
John.
Need your help here. I'm just not sure how to save
So cool.
this file.
I want an attached garage.
Because I don't see save anywhere. Maybe
Yeah.
found?
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
950.
Save as
Save.
template, save.
So
Yes.
we're
Okay.
on video right now, and I'm using product placement.
And then
You're trying to be the
I love that. Okay,
So
so you want to
I give a name.
give the file a name that makes sense to you.
Are there not, are there other people besides our office?
No, we're gonna
Where did
exit
it
this.
go?
I think so.
Yeah,
Maybe one.
Jim.
there it
Okay.
is. Oh,
Okay. What did you want me
where
to
did
help
it
you with?
go?
We're gonna.
We
I
had-
think we all done. We want to
Oh, you got it.
save, and I couldn't know where to go.
Oh,
So
okay.
now I click on file, and
Yes.
I got saved.
Oh, good.
How,
What?
can you get back to that? See, it's up there.
Where? Public record? No.
Yeah, just click
Can
click
we
here.
save these
You sure?
searches?
Yeah.
I see it says view saved
Yeah.
records,
I got my
Okay.
but it's
download.
not giving me an.
All right, go back to file.
Right, so I see view saved records,
Okay.
but,
Oh.
I don't know where
So-
it went.
No, I'm gonna get again. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it again.
you can download it again.
It's-
And it's
keep
already.
doing that for me.
Yeah.
I have something and just
Okay.
okay.
So download.
I got download.
save right here.
Down yes.
Yep.
Too many.
And we got it here.
Okay. And there's
Click
the.
on.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, get out. Oh, they-
Okay,
they're
so-
And then now
Okay, so
We
each
went.
page.
We're
Gonna
trying to
save.
go to file,
Yes.
save.
I almost think I need to do it by street.
save.
It could be something.
Now I'm gonna give it
Okay.
name.
Now type in a name. Yep.
What's that?
Don't click. Just type.
Where?
Because it looks like it's selected with your keyboard. Like, what would you like to name that file?
The goal being to reach out to her.
Widget.
farm
Widget.
in her neighborhood.
Something farm. Some type of farm.
Would you like to choose your new neighbors? Ready to
Hamilton Farm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You just can't say it's your
What you
listing.
can do with someone else's listing.
You just can't say it's
So
your.
1,500, yeah, that's a lot. That would be
Great.
Okay,
extremely.
so now
And then
we
save.
save.
Yes. And remember where. So it went into documents
Okay.
on your
gonna make it
computer.
document.
Okay. So now it is saved.
Now it's saved. So
Now.
Are we
You're not
not
Now
saying
you
it's your
can look
listing,
at the data
and it's not, so, but you can.
and
legally
then
and
decide,
ethically,
are there any
prospect around
homes that you want
another
to
agent's
delete
listing.
from there?
You need
Okay.
pictures, right?
Gee whiz.
Because
I
it gives
don't
you the
think so.
address,
Gee whiz.
who the owners
Yeah, I don't
are,
think you can.
where the owner lives.
Yeah.
But if you keep, can you scroll it over?
You could get permission.
Oh,
You could
down
ask
the
Yes,
side.
there we go. Yeah.
You can't because you don't own the photos. The photographer actually
So
owns
that
the
is
photos.
probably the last
The agent
sale
buys the
date.
rights from the
So you might want to get rid of some of the newer
photographer who don't
sales.
own the rights for the
Okay.
photos.
And just, you know,
have
or
the
you
right
can
to
just keep
reuse them or repurpose
every
them
property in
some
there.
other capacity.
But ours get fed to other companies' websites, John, right?
Exactly
Like,
what's the activity?
my listing is on Coldwell Banker's site.
Yeah.
So they're using my photos.
However, you are also listed as the listing
And
agent.
it'll show you the type of the file. So maybe you don't
Give them
want,
credit?
maybe
Is
you
that
do
good
or
enough?
don't want
Give them credit?
mixed
Give the listing
commercial
credit? Or
use.
you ask- Get permission?
For the
Three
photos?
family, one family, you know, decide if there's any type that you want to get rid of.
Photographer owns the
Or
photos.
just keep them all.
Listing agent buys the rights to the photos for that particular usage.
And then you need to figure out how to make mailing labels.
No pictures for you.
Yeah, or upload the list into a marketing system is the next thing. Okay. Whoops. How we doing? Are we finding some interesting information?
Fantastic. So ready to move on to the next thing.
Yeah, me too.
All right, guys.
We gotta move on.
I have too many.
Okay.
I think it's,
Here we go.
I need to layer the ages and stuff like that, which this doesn't do.
Okay, so it does take some work and some research.
I think it's.
Okay, Eric, I'm sending that to you
Remine, I think
now.
that's the tool. Tool is
You're welcome.
Remine, which does it by equity in the house,
Oh, nice.
age, years of ownership, that kind of stuff. 9.
Okay.
I like this absentee orange.
Yeah. Isn't that a nice surprise?
It's great for multifamilies. It really is.
We're up. Okay. Oops. Where were we?
Remind, yeah, that's it.
You can get that, I know that that's linked to MLS.
It is.
Yeah.
It's connected with MLS. You
Yeah.
can get, it has like a cell score too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
The likelihood of them selling.
Remind has a base.
I've never used Remind.
You gotta pay for
Which
it.
is included. Well, you can get the basic part of it is included, but you have to pay for it, the additional features.
Okay, let's go back to our worksheet. So we're not going to be able to get all the numbers today, most likely, but you've got a head start. So how many, right in for this first farm, how many homes are in the farm right now?
Even if it's too big of a number?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Okay,
1,500.
1,500, all right, we'll work on honing that down.
Yeah.
Edvard has 170,
73.
173, right. What else did other people come up with?
103.
103, good. Okay, so you figured out your neighborhood. Excellent, excellent. Did you get one?
No.
Not yet?
This is
Okay.
fine, it's okay.
Okay, all right.
I've got 270.
Okay.
But I know that'll probably trim down just based on knowing I mean, that's everything, and I know not all of those are gonna be ones that are selling.
Yes, yes. Okay, excellent. All right. So based on, let's go with your desired size. Just estimate average cost of marketing to that farm. Let's say you have 200 homes. You're going to send out a mailing 8 times during the year.
I think it was costing me $1 a postcard
Okay.
with postage.
Yeah.
Does that sound right? That
Yeah.
was through the Century 21 site?
Sure. Yep. Yeah.
that sound about right?
Because postage is going to be close to 40 cents a
Yeah.
piece. Yeah. Okay. So 200 homes, 8 mailings per year, 1,600 pieces at $1 a piece. So $1,600 approximately. Okay. And write
Door
that.
hangers are about the same thing.
Pardon?
Door hangers are about the same.
Door
thing,
hangers,
less than
okay.
$1.
Okay, okay, good, good. I'm going to come back to that in a second. Average sale price.
No, I'm sorry, 10 cents.
10 cents.
10 cents.
Oh.
10 cents a door
Oh,
hanger?
Yeah.
nice.
That's
Okay.
cheap.
Okay.
So I bought 10,000, I paid $1,400.
Wow.
It's cheap.
That's phenomenal.
Unfortunately, I changed companies.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yes.
it's $1,400 loss.
That does have a cost.
Tax deduction.
Exactly.
Average sale price?
So, well, just kind of intuitively right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
But from the list that you downloaded, if you downloaded from public records, you can look at the the assessed value on the public records and kind of get a sense. Obviously, we know assessment does not always equal market value, but it's the only number we might have right now. If there were some that have sold recently in the past year, look at those and extrapolate. Takes a little research. I think it's
Pull
fun.
the report.
Cool. Okay.
Have it on MLS, and then-
Yeah.
I mean, I have it for the whole town.
Right. Yeah, and you could pull up your market
I could
reports.
see it by price band.
Okay. Or you could maybe go by square footage. Just do a general. Well, in Westboro, houses that are
No, it's
2
MLS.
to 3,000
Standard
square feet
report.
are selling for, et cetera, et cetera. Just to give yourself a
Sold
ballpark.
markets.
Okay.
That's for 12 months.
And then, obviously, from the average sale price, you can figure out what your commission is going to be, what your paycheck will be for each sale. That's all. That's all we're getting at. Okay. Then, eventually, you want to take a look, go back into MLS, see if you can find out how many homes in your farm sold last year. Did any homes on your street or in your neighborhood sell? Okay, and this is just doing a little market report. Find out what the turnover rate is. So you take the number of homes in your farm and see how many sold in the last year, and your turnover rate is going to be that percentage. So 150 homes, if 10 sold, that's a 15% turnover rate. Is that right? No, that's not right. 150 homes, if 15 sold, that'd be 10%.
Yes.
Yes. So if 10 sold, that would be less than 10%, probably 8%. You with me?
Yes.
Okay, okay, good. Look at the average days on the market of the homes that did sell. So you have some idea of how much work you're going to have to do once you get a listing. The number of current listings, and figure out the rate and month supply. And again, this is good knowledge for you, but also information that the people in that farm are going to be asking you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Questions at this point? I mean, this does take time to sit down and run the numbers. Think it'll be worth doing?
Once it's done, right?
Yes. Once it's done, it's done. You can look at it again in a year.
You can see how you can compare real
Right. Right.
numbers to projected.
Yes. Okay. I want to move on. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Great. Okay. So now we're going to say that you have identified your farm. You, again, want to look and see, is there any competition in the neighborhood? Who has competition in your farm that you're looking at? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Big competition, or just, oh, there's 2 people from this company, 2 people from that company?
Nothing big.
Okay, good.
That's a good thing.
Good,
So,
good.
take it over.
Scattered.
So you think you could take them?
Yeah, take it for the best deal in this neighborhood.
Good, all
Is that
right.
something to look at, Catherine? You look at areas where maybe there isn't great agent coverage?
Well, sure. Yeah, a little more opportunity there.
But how do you
Definitely.
find that out, though? Like in your own neighborhood, because you drive around so much, you still have a sense. But say one town over, right?
Yeah.
Or a couple of streets over.
Yeah.
Where you're not passing through every single day or something.
Right. So in MLS, you do a search of everything from active to sold, active pending sold. Put in a street name and choose street name, zip code, and choose a radius. So you can go 0.1 mile or wider, and that will bring up a list of transactions. If they have sold, if they're listed or pending or on the market, then you'll see the agent's names.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Right up for the past year, okay, so 12 months, underground sold contingent.
So again, really work in the MLS data. Okay, I want to talk to you a little bit about your personal brand.
1.7 months of supply.
7 months.
1.7.
1.7. Wow. Wow.
Pretty good velocity.
Wow. That's fast. Nice. Go get it.
This area, though. I mean, this area's got look.
Yeah, of course, of course.
It's not a fluke.
Yeah, but instead of marketing to the whole town,
Well, I'm still at
Yeah.
my 1,500.
Yes, exactly.
Narrow that down.
Old houses when you
okay, Eric. Yeah, let's
We're moving
continue.
on.
Thank you.
You have my full
You can
attention.
come back to this
Catherine.
on your own. OYO.
He needs
Okay.
he needs a detention.
So talking about personal branding, do you anybody here feel like when you say meet someone, do you have your elevator speech, and do you have something that you stand for? Okay, answer these questions. True or false? Raise your hand if this is true. I am recognized as an agent. People are aware of me and my business. True or false? True.
I just started.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I mean, I think it depends where I am.
Okay, see, yes. All right. I stand out from the competition due to my expertise. Who can say true?
I don't know.
Okay, you will. Not yet. Okay. Number 3, this is where we want to get you. My name is synonymous with my farm. Not yet. Okay. Number 4, I have found my tribe by creating a network of the right clients and loyal advocates. Wouldn't that be great? Yes. So personal branding. I want to talk to you about starting to come up with a personal brand. I want you to think of 3 to 5 words that describe you as a real estate professional. I know one fella who came up with creative, stylish, and caring. I mean, what a mix of words, right? I'm creative, I'm stylish, but I'm caring. I'm going to take care of you. When I've gone through this exercise before, a lot of the words that come out are knowledgeable, professional, honest, passionate. You like those words?
Determined.
Oh, good, good, good. All right, so write down 3 to 5 words that describe you and that you want to monetize and start taking to the bank. So that when people think of you, oh, you need an agent? Yeah, Eric, he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff, and you know what? He was responsive to me. How about our home viewers? What words are you coming up with? Is anybody still there?
Anybody want to brag about themselves? Tree, what do you put?
Why are you calling me out?
Oh, no. Everybody's, don't worry, Eric. Everyone is going to share.
Brad doesn't mind bragging about himself.
All right. Brad, go ahead. Tell us a couple
Charming.
Couple of the words.
Hollywood superstar.
Yeah.
A face only a mother could love.
Oh.
I was going to say.
That's from Lisa, not from me.
Photogenic.
Wow.
What did you come up with? What do you got?
I've got positive, professional, relentless, jackhammer,
Ooh.
competitive, strategic.
I like that. Competitive. Awesome.
Drop the hammer.
Jackhammer.
Listener, photographer, and professional.
Awesome. Awesome. So you have the photography aspect, which is huge. Sellers are going to want to say, oh, my agent is a professional photographer. Look how great the pictures look. That's my house.
Dedicated, reliable, personable, caring, and one-stop. One-stop is like the thing I
Excellent.
market where
Okay.
I literally bring in everything. I'll come in with the contractor, the plumber, the electrician, and we'll
Beautiful.
Just get, yeah.
Beautiful. So you're already doing that.
Easy, yeah.
Nice.
Nice and easy.
Nice.
And I have a face my mother could love. I don't know where it came from. I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was it.
I love
It's
it.
getting rough in
Gee,
here.
It's the hormones.
Diligent, professional, honest.
Great.
And I guess I can jump on the bandwagon as
I
a
don't think you're
photographer
for what.
with the
Okay.
right lenses.
Yes,
You know, so-
absolutely. Yeah, very exciting.
I just have transparent, passionate, and committed.
I love that. That's fantastic. Transparent. People want to know what's going on.
I like the passionate.
Yes. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to be excited.
Oh yeah, mark that.
Wicked smart.
Wicked.
I have hardworking, caring, professional, and fun.
Nice. Fun. And pro golf.
And age appropriate as of tomorrow.
And aged.
Aged. Well aged. What do you have?
Professional, honest, determined, and caring.
Determined. I love that. Determined. John. Give us 3 words that describe John Miller.
I'll let you.
All
I was
right.
busy recording and doing all things. I wasn't involved in the edit.
Okay. All right, thank you. Is this helpful? Do you think if you're going door knocking or you meet someone in that farm, hi, I'm Brad Morse. I know what I'm talking about, right?
911.
But having an idea of what you stand for, right? Because that's going to help you stand out from the competition. If the competition is taking photos with their phone and you come in and say, look, this is my last listing, I can do this for you.
Phone photos are the worst.
Yeah. I like the ones from the car on a rainy day. The raindrops.
Like their fingers in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. Does that still happen?
Windows are all blown out, or the
Right.
house is too dark, that's fine.
Or it's like,
Okay. Does that still happen? I mean, I would hope.
oh my gosh, and they're like,
Yeah, it's like,
Okay. Here's some words from the wise about farming and competition. Don't be afraid to farm a neighborhood where there's another agent doing marketing, because every other person you meet is an agent now. Just be wise. Is that agent really well known? Okay. Are they in front of people all the time? Or are they fly by night? Maybe they do a little marketing here or there. In that case, it's probably to overtake that farm, become the agent that the people in the farm think about when they want to list. I used to live in a really cute little neighborhood in Sturbridge. We had 30 homes. It was a U-shaped street, all fairly new 10-year-old homes. Every time one would sell that I didn't sell, I would get a just sold postcard. It's annoying always, but it happened. I would get one postcard. I never, in the, how long did I live there? Almost 20 years. Almost 20 years that I lived there. No, that doesn't make sense. 15, that's how old the houses were. In the 15 years that I lived there, I never got a second postcard. I never got a second postcard after the just sold. Opportunity. Opportunity, right? Yeah. So all those 3 mailings that you did?
Yeah, I ended it with the just sold.
Okay.
I got 3,
Okay.
but nothing after just
So,
sold.
and when was the last one?
Halloween time?
Okay.
Halloweenish?
So Happy New Year.
ready to sell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
so yeah, missed 2 months.
We have an early spring market. The weather's nice. Buyers are looking. Hi, I'm
It's a
Brad.
it's a good area too. It's a good area,
Yeah.
good
Okay.
kind of middle of the road pricing,
So,
fast moving.
right. How soon can you get your next mailing out?
I'll talk to Karen.
How about the year just ended? What would be a great time for a mailing? What kind of mailing would be great right now?
Maybe some market stats like homes sold and homes purchased in the past
Exactly.
year. Yep.
Ding, ding, ding. That is the answer. Yes. Look what just sold. Look what sold last year. People want to know. Make sense? Okay. All right. So we talked about your numbers. We talked about how to pick a farm. We're talking about geographic farm. Okay. We talked about your branding. All right. Let's talk about campaign. Because as with anything, you're familiar with the lead funnel, right? You get this many leads. As you start to contact them and bring them to the market, you get this many sales. So it's a funnel. You don't get this many leads and this many sales. Okay? Awareness, people are aware of you. Interest, after a time, because you're so professional, they're going to be interested in what you have to offer. If they're looking to get into the market, they're going to start evaluating what you've been bringing them, and then eventually they'll call you for action. That's what we want. Let's get some action going. Okay. So let's talk about things that we can send to our clients. Brad was doing what? Just listed, under contract, and just sold? Is that what you
Yep.
did? Okay. All right.
I don't have
Standard realtor
an
mailings.
example. Yeah.
Okay. What else? Market stats? Sure. research on, what else is going on in the area or in the town? There's a special event maybe, or a calendar of, guess what, these are the quarterly brush pickups on the curb, you know, neighborhood information that maybe isn't getting to everybody. What can you think about that might be worth sending out other than market stats?
I do get the sports schedules and I end up keeping them.
Do you?
They're not even me. I mean, it's like other agents.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
Keep 'em.
Yeah.
Throw it on the fridge.
Yeah. Those are easy.
I don't get a ton of them.
Okay.
But I get, you know, maybe one
Sure.
season from a different agent.
Sure. So baseball season's coming, right?
We get a coach.
Still coming anyway.
You do like seasonal, like something like if it's the fall or the spring, like
Yeah.
spring starting, like, you know, maybe gardening tips or something,
Yes,
you know.
absolutely. Yeah. Oh, let's get outdoors, right? You've already done your spring cleaning. How about your spring yard?
Is any of this stuff on the Century 21 site canned and ready to go, or does this have to be created from scratch?
Couple of resources. The email campaigns on Business Builder. There's an e-newsletter.
Yeah.
And it goes out monthly, and it is seasonal. Excellent. So if you have email addresses, Business Builder, monthly e-newsletter. Another option, if you know, calculate the cost, but there's the Preferred Client Club. Is anyone using that?
Yeah.
Okay.
For clients.
For closed clients.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. You can sign anybody up for that.
Right.
So if you have, well, again, look at the cost. It's, I think the 2-year program is $25. So yeah, but it's automatic, and 7 mailings per year.
The Just Listed, Just Sold, Brad, how did you put those up?
Karen created the postcard in the Century 21 site somehow. I don't know how she did it.
Nice. Okay, probably through Express Docs.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I would think. Yeah. I don't know.
And then you mailed it out through that as well?
I don't know how she mailed it out.
Okay.
She pulled the addresses from streets that we wanted to target.
But there is marketing material for Just Listed, Just Sold in.
She makes the sausage. I just enjoy the sausage.
Probably. Where would you find the Just Listed, Just Sold postcards?
Express Docs.
Express Docs.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You can also create them in Brand Studio, and then that will connect to Express Docs if you want. So I think there are more options in Brand Studio. Yeah. And same thing with Business Builder. There are some options in Business Builder, and that will connect you to Express Docs too. So, yeah, yeah. Couple other options is hosting an event if the neighborhood is conducive to that, saying, hey, I'm having a holiday party, some type of holiday party. St. Patrick's Day, shamrock sharing.
When your house is finished being mail out something to your house, you can buy everything.
And then, as Buffini likes to promote, doing pop buys. Does everyone know what those are?
Oh, is that when you bring popcorn? No, I'm serious.
Popcorn, seeds, plants, tomato plants.
One door knocking leave behind that I heard a great strategy for was that I just wanted to pop by and say hello and leave popcorn.
Yes, that's cute.
Really
it's a little cheesy, but people love that.
Thing. What was the?
Oh yeah, I did this.
Oh yeah.
The July one, or was it you?
Yeah, Buffini would leave a ice cream scoop.
Yes.
This is a scoop on the neighborhood.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, they're all kinds. You go to the dollar store and just.
He's got the great.
Get a dollar.
Yeah,
John that did that.
I did that.
The ketchup.
And I think John had done it in the past. So at BJ's you can get ketchup, mustard, and relish.
Right.
3-pack, and so it was something like, so from your agent that really, ketchup, yeah. John, do you know?
Cuts the mustard, relish the opportunity.
I wanted to catch up with you.
It's a Brian Buffini idea that I picked up from one of his seminars. And what you do is you have the 3-pack, you get them at Walmart for like $5 or $6, and you hand deliver them. And I used a rubber band to attach a card on the top, and I just printed the card out on the printer, and it said, "I just wanted to catch up."
Yeah.
The realtor who really cuts the mustard.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Your referrals.
Works in the summer.
I know, it's adorable. It's adorable.
The key is you do it right before July 4th.
Yeah.
And you do it the week before July 4th.
Yeah.
Did it work? Did you get any action out of it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was I mean,
Very
it
memorable.
was people were very happy. It was a very warm, nice thing. They were confused.
Like, why are you bringing this to
Why are
me?
you at my door?
With mustard.
Like, what's happening and with this packet? And they're just like,
Right.
"What, so you've gone from selling houses to condiments? From condos to condiments, right?"
Condiment delivery.
There's a slogan for
There
you.
you go.
And it went over extremely. People were just very happy because
Yeah.
there was there's no agenda there. It's just like, hey, here you go, thank you. And it was very, very well received.
That's
People
great.
absolutely loved
So
it.
that might be a good thing to do in the farm area that you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get a wagon.
Yeah. Something
Just go door to
fun.
door with them.
That's fun.
And so I
Yeah.
had 50 people. So what I did is I
Okay.
went through my sphere of influence and I picked the top 50 people that I thought was most likely going to be able to refer people to me. And I was able to get out 38 of them hand-delivered.
Wow.
And then those that I couldn't, I went to the post office, I bought some bubble wrap and boxes, and I mailed them. 12 or 13 of them I mailed out.
One other thing I've heard that works is you get put your headshot and business information on a sticker, and then wrap it
Okay.
around a Morton salt container. And Morton salt stays in somebody's cabinet
Oh,
forever.
yes. Yes. The realtor who's worth his salt.
There you go.
With and salt. Nice.
There you go.
Was it
I
original?
like that. I like that because you're exactly right.
You can get
It
gold
stays.
bars.
Oh,
Worth your weight in
well, worth my weight in gold.
You can't go candy.
No lack of ideas. I mean, there are tons of ideas. The question is, what appeals to you? Be honest with yourself. Are you going to do this? How frequently can you do it? How much is it going to cost you? Do you want to do it for the whole farm or just pick 50 special homes? Last page of the workbook here is an area for you to build your list of items of value. Any other ideas? Anything you want to jot down now? Ketchup, mustard. I used to do, in December, I would do gift wrap. It's a wrap. It's been a great year. Thank you for being a part of my business.
Although it didn't go over well with my previous broker. I did a free portrait or headshot.
Oh, why? Why? Why wouldn't they
I was
go?
promoting my
Oh.
photography business, but yet I was offering something of value
Yeah,
for free. Would
absolutely.
you rather get,
Yep. Sure.
an ice cream scoop or a nice professional?
Or get a photo, and easy for you to do.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and you have to decide. Are you promoting your real estate business or are you promoting your photography business?
Or both.
Or both.
Well,
They both go hand in hand though.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I mean, if I
Especially-
spend half
yeah.
an hour with somebody,
We're giving people
their
more
family,
salt.
Right.
More salt, right?
Yeah.
yeah, it's,
So, well, let me ask you this though. So how would you work real estate into that?
well, I had I had a door hanger with both sides.
Okay.
They had a problem with the fact that it was on both sides.
Oh, interesting. Right. Yes. Yep. Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, it's
I
no
got you.
different than using a lender to co-sponsor it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
very true.
Maybe we can use some lenders that
Why
pay
not?
for this stuff.
Why not?
Chris, right?
Yes. Or local businesses have a postcard with a coupon on it. A car wash, bakery,
why do I have to pay
pizzeria,
for
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Exactly.
I get a lot of those, mailed to my home.
Yes.
Sullivan Tire. I get like those coupons, and then they have like some realtor or some other thing. Every
See?
single time it's different.
Perfect.
Paying
Yeah.
on it.
What
I
else?
don't know if this is too, does anybody use Canva, by the way?
Yes.
Oh, I'm familiar with it.
I
Yeah.
kind of like Canva. I haven't really used it to create a
nice.
postcard yet, but
It's nice.
I thought about, are you thinking about buying a new home? I'd love to help you with your vision for 2020.
Oh, I
So-
love that. That's
I don't know
great.
why I didn't really capitalize on that yet. Is it cool?
Go for it.
Okay.
Take
I like
it.
that. I like that a lot.
Go.
Gold.
Run with it. Run with
You
it.
only got 1 year, you can use that line.
Yeah, exactly. And next year is 21, so Century 20, that's going to be our year.
You gotta get it out there.
Hindsight's 2020.
Everybody's gonna use it.
There
in a
you
little
go.
while. You gotta get it out there first.
Right.
Another
Yeah,
pop
first is-
idea that I saw was you hand deliver a pair of scissors, and on the card you put a red ribbon through it, and it says, helping my clients cut through the real estate transaction red tape.
Ah, excellent.
I appreciate your business and referrals.
Beautiful.
You get a
Beautiful.
chance to do that.
Yeah. I know John has a huge library, probably tons of ideas
Many
in that
leather-bound
library.
books.
And if you have the Buffini program, you can just look up Brian Buffini's pop-by ideas. No end to ideas.
What is his name?
So Brian Buffini.
Brian Buffini.
Yeah.
Flashlight that
Coach.
says, "Don't be
spell
stuck
it?
in the dark."
B-U-F-F.
About the real estate market.
That's
INI.
I'll be there in a flash.
Brian Buffini way back. in the
Big
day.
real
'Cause
estate.
I started in 2008 and
Yeah.
I took a Brian Buffini course.
100 Days to Greatness.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. That's right.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's great. And it like fast-tracked you on getting referrals and doing these types of things. Anything else that you think you want to add to your list? Or
I just
any?
want to ask the CMA part.
Yeah.
I know when, I think it was actually John that might have said it, like not to leave behind a CMA when you do one for someone, because sometimes it can be used against you, like if another agent sees it and
Right.
can start tearing it apart.
Yeah.
So how do we, because I think CMAs do have value in them, and it's, you know, it's just your time, it really doesn't cost you anything to do. So, like, is it effective to offer one but not leave it behind? Like, go in and give a presentation to them or something?
I would recommend for your farm, do a mailing of market stats, general market stats.
Okay.
Here's what has sold in the past year and average sale price, et cetera, et cetera. If you're thinking about moving, call me for a complimentary CMA, market analysis. And when you go in, have your market analysis, but don't leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That is kind of hard to do because I recently bought a house. Like that was my first house, right?
Okay.
And I did, get CMAs, and I wanted to keep them.
Oh,
Especially
sure.
Between like two or
Sure.
three homes that I was looking at in the same neighborhood.
Okay.
So I don't know how a real estate agent would do that. Like, okay, see it, but don't keep it. Like,
Show it on like a computer.
Yeah.
It's not in paper.
Yep, have it on a tablet
Yeah.
or on your laptop.
if they ask you to email it to them, then what do you say?
No.
Really?
I don't like to give people stuff.
Yeah, the purpose is to try to build a relationship. You can't build a relationship.
They get in there.
Tell them to
Yeah.
make their own.
They get there in person, face to face.
Or just say, the market's changing every month. For me to leave this with you, that next month the numbers could change.
Catherine, is there any way to tie this stuff in to social media marketing, not just the email newsletter, which we have access to, but to take that farm, because you can farm on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
You can do
Yes.
not necessarily the same stuff. You can do zip codes. and
Zip codes,
stuff like
You
that.
can-
and also
you-
demographic.
Yeah, when you promote on Facebook, like if you buy
I love it.
Facebook promotion.
Beautiful question.
You can specify areas. They'll
Right.
give you, like, you can check boxes of which demographic, which towns. So you can do it, kind of. But I found that if you are even off by like one check, it can really throw off the numbers and like the reach that it's giving you. And then the other problem with
which we just went through. Pick your farm, look at the costs, competition, is it easy access, and start thinking about items of value, things that you can offer them. Real estate knowledge, as well as fun things, sports schedules, school. Someone I was talking to said that in August, she goes to the local schools, downloads their calendar, puts them on magnets, sends them out to their families, family prospects.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Really smart.
My son's school stopped sending him like a hard copy of the calendar.
Yeah.
And they only email it to you because they're like saving trees and
Of
stuff.
course.
Yeah.
But it is so
Yes.
annoying. Like I need it on my fridge.
That is a great idea.
Yes.
My
Yeah.
daughter's
Isn't that great?
preschool.
Right.
The monthly calendar, so I
Yeah.
can send it off to the.
Write it down. Do it. August or whenever you want. Keep a budget. Keep a list of your expenses so you can go back in 6 months and a year and look, well, I sold this many, it cost me this much. Is this still a good farm? What do I need to tweak? Can I do it cheaper? Where do the people come from? How do the
nice thing
connections
is,
get made?
Like you get one piece of business out of it, it covers a lot of these
Yes, yes. And if you get more, da da da, you're flush.
things. Yeah. It doesn't take much to get
Okay.
flush on it.
Good. And
You
of
can't
course,
give up, right?
always assess. Don't give up. No, no. One mailing isn't going to do it. It's just not. Okay. Any other ideas? Is this helpful?
This is not exactly what we have, right?
I sent the workbook to Eric, so he's good. Yes,
Okay.
because
So
there are
we have access to this whole.
I want the whole,
slideshow?
yeah.
the whole.
get
Yeah.
thing?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's a
Eric's
whole
holding on
workbook.
to it?
Participant
I emailed
workbook.
it, during the class.
Okay.
Great.
So you have it in your
Great.
inbox.
Okay,
Let's
good.
check.
Awaiting
I'm
your.
about to find out.
I got it.
Good.
Okay.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah, there it is.
Great. Okay. So who's motivated to get started
Update my
on a
Yeah.
farm? Yeah.
group.
Yes, I didn't.
Yes.
I gotta add another campaign.
Yes. They live right
Keep my farm
there.
going.
So easy. That's the easiest access. 173 people within a mile. That's
perfect.
wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. Go.
Chip mine down.
All right. It's been great having you participate. Really great ideas. I love the energy and the creativity. Always love coming here. Thanks.
Catherine, when you
Thanks
have-
for having me.
Thank you, Catherine.
Yes.
Catherine, when you have a potential,
I was kind of looking for a standing ovation, but I'll take the round of
for you or for
Oh.
Catherine? Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
What can you expect out of the potential, right? The potential is if you got like every single listing that shows up.